Have you ever looked up at the night sky and felt something looking back? Not just a feeling of awe, but a sense of connection. A strange feeling that you're not just an observer, but that you're being observed too. For decades, we've talked about UAPs, Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena, in terms of nuts and bolts spacecraft, tic-tacs in the sky, and government cover-ups. We've focused on the physical evidence. But what if there's another layer to this phenomenon? One that's far more personal and far stranger? What if some people aren't just seeing UAPs, but are mentally connecting with whatever intelligence is behind them? This is the world of psychic contact, or what some researchers are now calling non-local consciousness. It sounds like science fiction, but stick with me, because it's a very real part of the UAP conversation. So the first big question, why? Why would this even be possible? How could a human mind connect with something else? Well, think about quantum entanglement. Einstein called it spooky action at a distance. Two particles, once linked, can be separated by billions of miles, and what happens to one instantly affects the other. There's no signal sent between them in the way we understand it. They are just connected. Some physicists and consciousness researchers are proposing that consciousness itself might operate on a similar, non-local level, that our minds aren't just confined to the 3 pounds of gray matter in our skulls. They might be part of a much larger, universal field of consciousness. If that's true, then it's not so much about sending a signal to a UAP, but more like tuning into a frequency that's already there. It's like having a radio that's always been on, but you've just figured out how to turn the dial to the right station. This idea suggests that the intelligence behind UAPs might not even be communicating through language or images in the traditional sense. It might be a direct transfer of feeling, of knowing, of pure information. It bypasses our normal senses and speaks directly to our consciousness. So that brings us to the second question. Who? Who are the people experiencing this? Is it a special superpower? Well, not exactly. From the accounts we have, it seems to be a wide range of people, but they often share a few traits. Many are what we'd call experiencers, people who have had repeated, close-up UAP sightings throughout their lives. It's as if their initial exposure opened a door or made them more receptive. Others are individuals who have spent years practicing meditation, remote viewing, or other disciplines designed to quiet the conscious mind and tap into deeper states of awareness. They've essentially been training their consciousness radio to pick up more subtle signals. And then there are the spontaneous cases. People with no prior interest who suddenly have a profound life-altering experience. A common trigger seems to be major life events or trauma. It's as if a powerful emotional or psychological shock can temporarily break down the filters of our normal perception, allowing this connection to flood in. It's not about being special, but perhaps about being in a state of heightened sensitivity or openness, whether it's intentional or not. Which leads us to the final and most mind-bending question. What could all of this mean? If this psychic connection is real, it completely changes the game. It suggests that the UAP phenomenon isn't just about them visiting us. It might be about a fundamental interaction with the nature of reality itself. Perhaps this intelligence isn't just from another planet. Maybe they are interdimensional, or from a different timeline, or even a future version of ourselves. If they can interact with us on the level of consciousness, then our limited three-dimensional understanding of space and travel might not even apply to them. More importantly, it could mean that this connection is a two-way street. It might be a deliberate, slow-rolled process of acclimation, a way to gently introduce humanity to a broader reality without causing mass panic. By connecting with individuals, they could be planting seeds of awareness, slowly raising our collective consciousness until we're ready for a more open contact. Think about it. The message isn't a threat. It isn't a declaration of war. In almost all of these psychic contact accounts, the themes are remarkably consistent. Calls for unity, warnings about nuclear weapons and environmental destruction, and a profound sense of interconnectedness of all life. It's a message that isn't just for us about them, but for us about us. It's a cosmic mirror, forcing us to look at ourselves, and maybe, just maybe, that's the entire point. That the greatest discovery from looking up at the stars is actually learning who we are and what we have the potential to become.